Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and live stream viewers, of course. I should probably turn off my notifications as well. Great start to the podcast episode. This is. Oh my gosh. Let's see, there we go. So yeah, welcome ladies and gents to episode 2 of the podcast show. Joined on this episode where from episode 1 we have AB, a Gecko fan, a really big Gecko fan from the looks of things. So my name is dressed up as Gecko, so welcome.
Hello.
Oh, hi Marvin, VR then. And also one of our new co-hosts, another co-host to join the show, is Stella, who's part of the, a co-host for the 4A4 podcast as well. So welcome Stella.
Hello.
Alright, and so anyway, how are you both doing?
I'm doing perfectly fine. Today's Friday, so of course I'm gonna be happy because I just got out of school and.
Yes, Friday. Happy. How about you, Stella? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome. Well, anyway, guys, my name is Autistic Whitey, as usual, and so yeah, on this episode today, we're interviewing a mysterious user. Goes by the name Recinfo. So, in case of you not so sure who Recinfo is, first of all, we just want to say welcome, Recinfo, to the studio. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome. So, would you like to introduce yourself to the listeners?
Yeah. I'm Rectinfo. I make commentary videos discussing just basic general record news, basically. I've been more focusing around the band problems recently, but other than that.
Alright. Awesome. So yeah. Anyway, obviously with the obviously you for your channel, because obviously you go by the Recinfo, which I follow. I have to admit, I do follow your channel a little bit. Like quite a few of the channels been talking about the drama, which I try not to get involved. I really don't. I'm only like a spectator, so I'll probably say, I'll say that. Now, today, recently, I've seen that faults have been bringing you out now. As to say, you're still bringing up this like the drama that's like happened like a few months back, but not focusing on like perhaps like bringing out like some good information of like Rec Room, like such as like I don't know, like it's probably happening in Rec Room for I'm getting my words wrong.
Kidding me, bro.
I know. This doesn't go too well. Oh, great start for the episode. Actually, you know what? I'll just start from the beginning. So, how did Recinfo became to be? Is the question first. Oh no.
Well, how I came to be, basically, well, I used to be in a film academy. I was one of the original members of semester 1. And basically, just as I got more involved, I was sticking around, giving my opinions on things. And I had a problem with Harry at one point where it's like, he wanted to make a foods channel. I didn't really like the idea because, it's a class server. So I think that's really where it kind of began. And just after that moment, I've just been seeing a lot more problems. And eventually it led into the band situation where I just thought I got talked out about it. So I made Recinfo to protect my real identity, which, didn't really last too long, but it worked for the time.
All right. So, so with the obviously, I don't want to go into like the depth of like the drama because of obviously protecting all of us around in the studio. um, Now, what made you like what made you want to like also like get involved in like or to discuss about all the other drama from the other YouTubers that are making their a point of view?
Well, with things like the drama with the other YouTubers, like the Smart Skin Shark, that basically kind of sprouted off of the Harry drama, because like they were
Hmm.
involved in it, and then they kind of just like did like a 180 turn and started going at each other. So I just kind of used that and documented what was happening there.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I mean, and then you had you had a Hadouken who tried to like call me out for something. I don't exactly remember, but I
Hmm.
just kind of uh, documented that, and then we're basically at the moment with it. So.
All right. All right. Okay. So obviously trying to trying to put like the videos together at the moment. Because obviously you're not like the sort of person that can easily bring out like a video like I don't know like every week on information about the drama. Uh, how difficult can it be like trying to find all the information, like trying to provide like actual proof for a video?
I guess it really kind of depends on the topic, because like if you want information on a certain person, there's like people you can go to ask for information.
Hmm.
Uh, but for things that are like more remote, like in Rec Room, uh, you have to dig like really deep. Like I've been going to like Rec Room's terms of service and things to read that out.
Hmm.
So it gets pretty difficult at times.
Hmm. It sounds like you could be like the next possible VR lawyer for someone. I mean,
Maybe.
bring out the right facts, or something. I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, what makes me wonder is like, aren't you scared in case if like Rec Room finds out your true identity and they perhaps like ban you or like try and get rid of
Uh,
your socials, like take them down?
Yeah, that kind of is a constant fear. Like anytime my name is brought up by anyone who is like directly related to recruit staff,
Hmm.
my that like it kind of gets the adrenaline pumping. But like I'll read through it. I mean, if anything bad really happens, I've pretty much like still have all my videos saved, so I can just like restart if I need to.
Hmm. All right. Hmm. Okay. So obviously with the Rec Info channel, um, have you ever thought about trying to like also post or like have you ever considered about posting like other information of like what's going on like in Rec Room of like weekly updates or like other like interesting topics like I think I believe I've sent you probably something before about the Rec Room scammers thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you ever take requests
in-game
from community?
stuff.
Like, it's the sort of question I'm going for.
Yeah, so uh that it is a good question. Like as for the thing you sent me before, I started to look into it. I just never really got around to, finishing working on it. I
Hmm.
believe I did start the script at one point, but
Alright.
it's just like the thing with the situations I'm working on right now is that they happen so fast, and you gotta like act on it fast, or else it's gonna just pass on by and it might not get fixed.
Hmm.
But uh, I have thought about talking about some in-game things as well. It's like I have experimented with like the cosmetic price video I did a while ago.
Hmm.
So I experimented with it a little bit, and it is a thing that I want to do. But just like right now, I'm kind of trying to focus on resolving this one problem and then moving on to others.
Hmm. Hmm. All right. Stella, do you have any questions for Kinfo so far?
Yeah. Has there been any like time that you felt like your identity was like at the pinch of being um opened up, like revealed? There have been times like that.
Yeah. Smoxic and Hadouken, they're, not very secretive.
Mm.
Yeah. I've had some close, encounters with them. Luckily, they have, like, kind of name dropped me, but they didn't really say my full name, so they can't, like, verify who I am fully without digging, like, a lot.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, not gonna lie. I think I don't know why, but like in my opinion, what makes your channel unique as well, by the way, like it's like you act like it under as like a news media company. Like you just talk about the information that you see before you, for like or for what other YouTubers are saying, and like you just give out your own opinion on what their thoughts were, and obviously, like today, obviously, Thoughts is calling you out along with another YouTuber. Um, like, do you think that's like, right for Thoughts to like call you out on that? It's like, I just think this just needs to stop.
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of want the drama to end, but at the same time, it's really on waiting for it to be dealt with, because we can say that we want it to end all we want, but it really just isn't, because there isn't going to be a positive outcome on either side. It's just we want the best outcome
Hmm.
of the situation.
Hmm. Okay. Like, I would probably say like, how about I'll probably make a suggestion where uh, like if all the drama YouTubers, like including yourself, like I don't know if you all get just make one video saying we're just gonna put an end to the drama now, like no more of this drama topic of like like the I'm gonna say the highlighted topic anyway. I feel like it's a bit more appropriate. And just like just saying, yep, you know what, we're stopping this highlighted topic, and we want to move on to like try and dig deep into like some other major concerns, like so. Like, would you ever like do a video like that, perhaps, and get the other
Uh, I think I was close to doing a video like that, but like like, okay, so basically, I did want it to end,
hmm
but I was just like scrolling on Reddit, and I see a comment by Jay, kind of like bringing the topic back up, saying like, oh, it wasn't Harry, it was the sport team, and then I also saw Jay, no, not Jay, Star Star Centurion comment the like almost the exact same thing on Brent's video, which actually caused me to make the last video that I made.
hmm
And it was just because it was relit, basically. If those comments weren't made, I wouldn't have made that video.
hmm all right, okay, all right. Stella, do you have any other questions so far?
Yeah. I have two. Like the first one. Has there any been like has there been like a time that you've when looking for something because for Requiem because of like you said you have to dig deep kind of to get what you need. Has there any been where you've dug deep and you've kind of found something that you didn't expect to see, like any type of drama or so that I'm not saying you have to say it, but has there been any times like that?
Um, that is an interesting question. I don't recall there being. Actually, Yes, there was. I was actually planning on talking about this code of conduct and just like explaining it to people so like know what to do and what not to do. And at that time, I stumbled across the terms of service, which I read through, and that's actually what led to me making the terms of service video instead.
Alright. Okay. I don't know yet. Like you said you had 2 questions. If I was good.
Oh yeah, and then the second one, if my mind did not just get distracted and lose it. Um, yeah, I lost it. I'm sorry. I lost
Oof.
it. I'll probably figure it out later. I'll probably figure it out later.
It's alright.
Oh, I hate when that happens. But,
Oof. Oh. Trying to think now. Some other questions at the moment. Oh, this is not going great for me. Oh. I can't think of any questions right now. This is awkward.
no, it's okay. It's the start of the weekend. Maybe our minds are getting into it a little.
Probably.
Yeah, Mondays in our minds. Okay, I'm sure we can think of some other questions along the way. Which obviously I want to try and talk also a little bit on this episode as well. The UK has a situation, and I'm not really happy for. We've got fully grown adults fighting over one measly thing. Fucking petrol. Literally, not gonna lie, yeah. Here in the UK, because obviously I believe you both are like from America. Obviously there's like a shortage on like HGV lorry drivers, newest. So at the moment, there's obviously petrol is quite low, or as you guys probably put in America, gas for like fuel for like cars, and obviously every single petrol station is like run out of petrol. So obviously like queues for like petrol stations go up for like a mile or two at least, and some of them like petrol cans as well, because they're panic buying, and it's just like some people are even fighting over it. It's just like, it's got me thinking, what the why are you doing this? And I don't know, is it actually happening for you guys in America, like it's for the same situation?
There was an actual situation that happened, I believe like 2 days ago in my seat, in my area. There was a couple who was getting snowballs from an icy snowball stand. And there was a girl that was around the age of 16 that was working there by herself. And this was like late at night. And there's no sound to the video, but I didn't watch the video, but I, saw clips of it. Supposedly, I guess the woman didn't like it because there's a woman and a man. Woman threw the snowballs at the girl, and and I heard that they assaulted her, calling her names and stuff that I, can't say. And that's really, inappropriate. And even, like, threw a tip jar at her and everything. And this is, like, around late at night. And I'm thinking to myself, they're grown adults and they just assaulted for no reason over a snowball to a kid.
It's just, it's just weird. I mean, like, as soon as people either panic buy or just complain over the slightest thing, they just get into a tantrum mode. It's just like, why?
And the thing is, like, if it happened to them, if they had it done to them, they would complain and say that, like, it's childish, etc. that. But you see that they'll do it too, and not realize that they're doing what they say that they don't want done to them. So it's kind of like that mirror that you just can't kind of see. And they'll say, oh, well, I can do, like, oh, I can do it, but you can't, type of thing.
So basically, it's just Karen's Karen freak out mode. I actually did saw a Karen. Actually, I did actually see. I think this person's name was actually called Karen, and she said, "Can you not call these people Karens? Like it's humiliating for that. It's annoying for those who aren't called Karen out in here." Like with something, it was just like, bruh. This is Facebook. If you don't like the humour, just step away from the humiliation of being called Karen. But yeah, how about you, Reckon, have you ever came across any Karens recently?
No, I haven't. My where I live is kind of void of Karens from what I can tell.
Ah. Ooh.
Or I just haven't come up with any yet. There might be some here somewhere.
Yeah, we
Yes.
live in the marketplace.
Hmm. Actually, pretty much for my country, well, pretty much for the UK, it's just half the time it's always stories to do with like Ofcom, what people see complaining to Ofcom about a TV show about it either being too like sexual explicit on a show, or just like complaining that Love Island, it's like I don't want this woman to get with this bloke. It's just like it's just a TV show. Just if you don't like what you see, just flick it over. It's as simple as that. I mean,
That's why there's a channel button on the remote, so you can change the channel.
exactly. I mean, it's like when I watch Family Guy. If I find an episode boring, which not gonna lie, I have to admit, I've been finding recent seasons of Family Guy a bit plain at the moment. But it's not like I'm gonna complain to Ofcom saying, "No, this episode shouldn't be shown." But anyway, speaking of Ofcom, no, The Simpsons. It's on season 33. Do you guys think that's a lot? Like way too many of a season of a show?
It's a
I don't
lot.
think it's way too many. They've done pretty much remaining where people like them. It's like they're not really...
I think they're keeping it around because I think, in my opinion, this is what I think. You know how, like, The Simpsons is known for, like, predicting the future or something that hasn't happened yet, but years later it would. Like, with Trump being president, there was when, what else was there? There's like, so...
They predicted the fuel.
They predicted.
They predicted the fuel crisis apparently in the UK, which is hilarious.
And the thing is, like, I think even the Simpsons themselves, they want to stay because they want to see, I guess, how far they can go with kind of predictions. But I'm guessing it's a good show. I just haven't watched in a while.
No, I definitely have pretty much have to say I've seen every single episode so far, and because obviously I've been watching it like ever since I was a little kid, and like obviously a few years ago, obviously I came across like certain episodes. One of the episodes took quite a shock to me because obviously it was the episode called Weekend at Burnsies. Which obviously, in case if you don't know the episode, it's basically to do with where Dr. Hibbert prescribes Homer medicinal marijuana and shows Homer getting high and then starts listening to Smoke by the Water. I was just thinking, whoa, that's just took a dark turn for The Simpsons. It did. And then obviously later on in the season, so like I think season 26 or something, it obviously it showed Homer like holding a bag of weed as well. Here in the UK, because obviously America ratings like to our certificate ratings is maybe a bit different, which obviously our highest rating we can go up to is like restricted 18. But one of the seasons, season 17 of The Simpsons, did got a certificate rating of a 15, which obviously you have to be 15 and over to watch that season. And not one thing that did caught my eye. I think it's in this season. It's basically obviously where Bart is like trying to go through what was it? Trying to go through his checklist to end off the summer perfectly. And obviously it showed Abe's list as well. And it on the list, if you ever take notice on Abe's list, it said the N word.
Oh, wow.
Now that's something that just takes me out. Like, if you pay closer detail to a show, like, have you guys ever? What's your favorite shows? Like, what's your guys' favorite show?
I have a lot of favorite kids shows. I mean, like,
Yeah,
oh, one
I
of them's
lean
coming
more
back.
towards content made for kids too.
Hmm.
Not gonna lie. I don't know. It's something about them. It's just kind of more entertaining than adult shows.
Some of them are. I
Cause
don't know.
it's like shows made for older people. It's kind of boring because like they focus on more like romantic sides of it and stuff. But like kid shows have all these funny and internet themes to them.
I feel like our generation of kid shows are a little bit better than this generation's for kids.
Yeah, to be honest.
We did have the good stuff. We had Boomerang, we had Sprout, old Nickelodeon, like, and all that, like, oh gosh.
Yes.
It was so good, like.
Teletubbies, of course. And so, I just can't get my head around that with the latest Teletubbies. It's how did they have kids? It just takes
I don't know. I'm surprised they would kind of bring it back due to well, I'm not going to say because, but there was news back then about them that happened that a lot of people think about it, so I'm surprised like they brought it back. But I'm guessing because since it was the past, they thought people had forgotten about the old Teletubbies, maybe. But
Not gonna
the
lie.
one thing that hasn't changed, I think... Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you go ahead.
Okay. I always do that. Interrupt people.
Yeah, that's okay.
But one show or series that will never change is Schoolhouse Rock. I feel like that was pretty good. I had the CD somewhere. I don't know where it is now, but it was so good.
My
Play that
language
stuff on
arts
repeat.
teachers would always use that to teach us.
I think shows for me growing up, like some of them, I think about 3 or 4 of them were like from like 60s, which they were puppet shows. Which the 3 of them I watched was Thunderbirds I Go, Captain Scarlet and the Mystery Ones, and Stingray. Highly recommend watching those shows if you guys haven't seen them. Stingray though, the Stingray one, it's definitely the one worth watching because the intro is just so awesome. It's like anything can happen in the next 30 minutes. I was thinking, so true. And then obviously, obviously you guys must have probably heard of Looney Tunes, right?
Oh, what? I'm sorry?
Looney Tunes.
Oh yeah, everyone knows Looney Tunes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I have to admit, I watched a show that, obviously it kind of reminds me of the duck. I forgot the duck's name though. Is it Daffy the Duck?
Daffy.
What is he?
Yeah.
Black and orange with orange beak?
Yeah, but obviously this show is called Count Duckula, and it sounds like Daffy Duck in some ways. I absolutely loved that show as well. I don't know why, but I loved it. Like, it sort of sounded like Daffy Duck, but duck had a yellow beak, and was a vampire. I think my shows were just strangely odd growing up. Really was.
I mean, the kid shows I watched older than I was. Like, there was Hanna-Barbera. There, with all of them, like Yogi Bear. You had Wacky Races and all that.
Did you watch the Banana Splits?
Mhm.
What about the movie?
Oh yeah. I watched Boomerang, like so all the kids, all stuff. Honey Quest and all that.
I never watched the Banana Splits TV show, but I did watch the movie, and I was thinking, oh, what the... But I did...
I remember when they made a horror movie about the Banana Splits.
Yeah, that was a movie.
Pretty, like... yeah.
I cried though when Snorky died.
I know.
Poor Snorky.
I was like, you're so good. Oh, yesterday, speaking of animatronics, me and my boyfriend, we watched for the first time Willy's Wonderland. Because I didn't know that it was based on, because somebody in Rec Room made a map of Willy's Wonderland. And I've always wondered, I was like, where was this based off of? And we saw the moon. It was weird at first, like it kind of gives you an off vibe of what's going on, but then you, of course, get it. But, when we saw when we saw all the animatronics, it was like, oh, they were all creepy in so many ways.
I'm sorry, I have to do it. I really want to do so right now. Like, I really want to do so. Like, all of a sudden, I've got this thing came up to my head. Like, as soon as Legal, like, just saw that guy in half in a movie, like, it just gets to me when he just says, "Ta-da!" I'll just lose it. Like, I just lose it. Like, the guy's just in half with his intestines just halfway out, and just Fleegle was just happy that he did a magic trick. But yeah,
like on the topic of good shows, I feel like there's one in school. There's two in school that kids would love to watch for education. There was the Magic School Bus.
Love that show.
And then there was also Bill Nye. Those things were the
those are the
kids would want to watch
shows.
at school. Yeah.
One thing I did watch as well was the Magic Key. Probably something that probably. It was an old show as well. Oh, go ahead.
Back in kindergarten, they would have like a little, like those old school TVs with like VHS players in them, and we would just like have us sit inside during like times where we couldn't go out to play outside.
VHS. I'm sorry, I got scared. No, I got scared. I have to admit, I get scared. I have a fear of like VHS tapes a little bit. Like, it's just a tape when it gets chewed up, and obviously one thing that always terrified me as a kid as well is it's obviously the VCI logo, which it's truly terrifying.
The one thing that terrified me as a kid was Goosebumps. Like, I remember when at daycare, when I was younger and we had to watch it, they put me out in the hall, like with the bed, because I didn't want to watch it. I was like, yeah. Like, that stuff gave me nightmares. I wouldn't end up sleeping the whole time. I go home, like, are you sure it's fine?
Poor Stella. Okay.
I was easily sensitive, and I still am, but, like, as a kid.
Yeah. Yes. Childhood fears, of course. Yes.
I'm scared of the dark and haunted houses. I'm still scared of haunted houses to this day. Even though I know, as like an adult, it's not. It just scares me. I don't want to go in.
I just don't like the loud noises.
Oh yeah, that's something I can't handle.
The loud noises are the worst part of them.
Most common thing for autistic people is loud noises. They don't like loud noises either. I mean, for me, it's just pretty much. It's just basically the VCI logo for me. It's always been terrifying to me. Like, it always gave me nightmares. still to this day, it still terrifies me. uh, Same with like some disturbing films. Yeah, actually, only two films. Like, one I did watch as a kid. Obviously, Marvel's Blade 2, because of the Reapers. Terrified me. I will just say you guys search it up yourself, but be warned, it may be terrifying. And obviously the film Mirrors, the bathroom scene, terrified me as well. So now I'm scared of mirrors still to this day. So yeah, be careful of the mirrors, because you never know what your reflections might do.
I don't look in mirrors anyway.
Okay.
I mean,
I just don't like them.
when I was younger, I was told about that. You guys know about the whole Bloody Mary thing?
Bloody
I'm sure I
Mary,
do.
Bloody Mary,
That when I was younger,
oh.
that scared me so bad that just anytime I went to the bathroom, I'd try to avoid the mirror as much as possible.
Okay, guys, let's do the Bloody Mary. Come on, let's go to the front of the window. We're gonna do Bloody Mary. Yeah, come on, Stella. Come on, we're gonna do Bloody Mary. Ready? Ready? Ready?
Fun.
Yes.
Fun.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Yay.
That's her last words, and she pops out just yay.
Freaking grabbed and thrown to the ground, just die instantly.
Oh, you know what actually was annoying? When I was at school, one of the most stupid, annoying, the scariest thing ever. Scary maze game.
Oh yeah, I remember when that went around. It was
I
so
would
stupid.
start that, but
I
I'd
didn't
get
believe
halfway
it.
through and just quit.
I dare you to post a scary maze game on your channel. Just do it for clickbait or something. Just for some viewers, like who probably hate your channel, saying, "Trollers, here's something for you."
The one thing that scares me to this day is, do you know when they say, oh, 3 a.m. is like the horror hour or something? From 3 to 4, it's like
Yeah.
where scary stuff happens. There was one day in my room, and I was awake one night, past 3. I kept hearing this thumping, like, from the ceiling. And I was like, is something up on the ceiling? And something in the attic. And I'm like, well, our attic is like small and there's nothing there. And then it happened for like the whole hour. Just like, it sounded like someone was knocking, like on a door or something like that. And it just scared. And then it happened for like a few days, and then it stopped. And then it happened again. To this day, when it turns 3 a.m., I'm always awake looking at my phone. When's it gonna be 4? When's it gonna be 4 o'clock?
Yes, maybe it's Freddy saying, "We want to escape."
Like, I don't want nothing to pop out. Like,
Obviously, ghosts. It's possible for ghosts to actually exist. I mean, because obviously some weird explanations did happen in the past. Like obviously,
plus some horror movies are based on true stories and stuff, like Annabelle, that series. There's basically a Raggedy Ann doll that those two investigators have that's actually haunted. You're not allowed to touch it. You can see it, but you're not allowed to even be near it. You have to be like feet away from it.
I mean, yeah, obviously, the other day I was in my living room, sitting on the floor next to my dog. And obviously the picture frame fell off from the window onto my lap, and it just really freaked me out. Because I was just thinking, how on earth can that just fall like that? And it's just really, really creepy. So it could be a sign that ghosts are there. Like, they are there. Trust me.
He's ready to duke it out with something he can't touch.
Yes. I think I need to get a Ouija board. Just like contact the living dead. Saying, "Are you there?"
Why are people so afraid of ghosts anyway? Like that you can't make physical contact with them, so like all they can
But
do is
here's the
really
thing.
jump out at you.
Like, people have made accusations that, ghosts can possess your body if you do something, or they can, I don't know, touch objects, but they can't, like, or something like that. So it's like, people have made others think that ghosts can do these things when really we don't actually know. So it's kind of like, can they do it or not? So people get that fear because usually if you think you know something but you don't, that's that kind of fear that people.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, obviously, two words: paranormal activity.
I
Just
remember when
remember
that
that.
movie, when they did the movie, that was scary as a kid to me. Especially when the melted face scene where that guy's face was, oh my god.
Wait, melted face scene? I don't.
I don't know if you remember this, but there was the guy in the bathroom, and he was looking in the mirror, and he's scratching his face, and then it just started melting off, but it was actually a hallucination of, he thought that his face was coming, his skin was peeling off. I don't know if you remember.
I think
It's like
that's a
an old
poltergeist.
poltergeist, I'm sorry. Not paranormal. Well, there was paranormal activity in it.
I was thinking Paranormal Activity, the film show, so like all the TV,
Oh, okay.
all the film series, stuff like from like all the way up to number 4, that the marked ones, and then the Ghost Dimension.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
I thought about the movie, my bad. So we were talking about the topic, and I was like, oh, it's paranormal. Poltergeist is
But yeah. Anyway, let's go back to your channel a little bit, like info. Which
Alright.
do you have any questions for like info, Stella? Any like the potential question? Okay. Okay. Yeah, obviously, the reason I wanted to bring you on for the episode anyway today, Rec Info, so obviously you can like explain like your own the side of like on how you upload your stuff to your video to like your videos like so. So obviously, yeah, it gives you like the fair chance to say what you want to say. It did, especially with like anyone who's new to the channel, like so. Which I guess the only question is, the only other question I can think of is that if anyone ever comes across like an interesting like subject of a matter in Rec Room, like do you actually take requests from the community?
As of yet, I haven't really taken any requests, but that is something that I've thought about,
Mm-hmm.
and I might do it. I have asked for stuff to talk about in the past, so I mean, I hope to eventually get to the point where I can do that.
Mm.
But yeah, just at the moment, I haven't really been sent much, so.
Mm. Yeah, I just realised now. See, obviously, the way I see your channel as well, like I see it as like something where you just basically, like hopefully once you go into like the other topics, like I obviously like you said that obviously you said you started to work on slowly about the Reckham scammers, like if you ever not saying that you probably will do anyway, but if you ever did, like perhaps like release a video on that one. I think, not gonna lie, if you continue to like make those sort of awareness videos out there of like telling others to be careful, I think it could bring you some good like recognition in some ways, because at least you can like let other players know, saying, "Oh, just be careful if you've ever come across like a player scamming," because I have to admit, when I came across like that player scamming, trying to scam people, like I noticed that on Facebook someone else did the same thing. to someone else. And I was thinking, no, okay, don't tell me it's just gonna rise. Like, Requiem scammers are on the rise, at least. But yeah, hopefully, for those who are listening in on for this episode, during the live stream, like so, hopefully this probably helped you out a little bit on what Rec Info does for his channel. But yeah, do you want to let the listeners know where they can find you at on your social?
You can basically just find me basically on any platform if you just search up Rec Info, although my Instagram and Twitter isn't very active, so
Alright.
you'd mainly find me on YouTube and Discord.
Alright. Oh yeah, yeah, Discord as well. Yes. Now, is it only for members only, or can anyone join?
Anyone can join. Just try to be positive about things. Don't try to use it to start drama.
Alright, awesome. So pretty much follow the Rec Room code of conduct, pretty much. Alright, awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
It's just not as strict as everything else.
Yeah, that's fine. I know. So yes, anyway guys, I'll leave Rec Info's YouTube channel and the Discord into the description down below, so you guys can check out his channel or the Discord at any time. But anyway, it's been a pleasure to be talking to you a little bit today for this episode, Rec Info. Sorry, I'm not really great with the questions today.
It's alright.
But hopefully, everyone, hopefully this brings a little bit of positive light to what Rec Info does, like truly does for its channel, like so. And it's also been a fun episode to also bring in one of the other new co-hosts, of course, Stella as well. And yeah, I guess, yeah, this has been episode 2, hosted by your boy, the Autistic Quantity. But yeah, join me next Friday for episode 3 at 6 PM on Friday. Bye for now.